Okay, so here we go. Hi, it's Todd at Todd's Workshop here, and amazingly, you wouldn't believe it, I am 50. So it's party time, and that's what we're doing tonight. Now what I've got here is a 5.5 foot weather balloon, it's been underinflated. That keeps it tough, and I want to hang it in a tree, and it's kind of a bit of a so what in daylight. In the top here I've zip tied, cable tied a powerful LED torch. And this is what happens at night time. Thank you, Ben. So there you go. So it just glows up, looks like a moon, and it's just a fantastic effect. And so lights on, please. So we're going to hang that in a tree, and of course you want it nice and high in the tree. And that's where Todd's Workshop comes in. Partly it's my party and I want to do it, and partly it's just an excuse to get a crossbow out. And I'm going to use it for line shooting. So I want to get this balloon really high in the air. So what I'll do is I'll show you how we do that with the line shooting, and then putting a pulley up so we can winch the thing up and down as we want. So I've got my bow here, and we've got an ash tree here, which is pretty tall, I don't know, 15 metres, something like that. I don't want to get to the top of it because the branches get really thin. But there's a nice spot, maybe 10 metres up, 10, 11 metres up, that I'd love to get a line over if I can. So let's go and have a look. So what we have is an 8mm solid steel bar, about 500, 550 long, 2mm Kevlar rope. It's actually a kite line, but very, very strong. That's loosely coiled on the ground because what you want it to do when you shoot it is you want it to pick it up with no resistance at all, or as little as you can. So that's all loosely positioned. What you're also looking for is you don't want a shock loading, because if this comes to the end of the travel and the rod is still moving forward, you'll end up putting a hell of a strain on this rope and it'll probably snap it. The cord will snap. So I've used the blue polypropylene a bit like a damper, so that it will start to pick that up and that will slow it right down there. So that's part of the reason it's there. But then also it comes to the next stage of when we actually start to mount a pulley. So let us go for a shot. This is probably going to take me a few attempts because there's small branches and things up there. Maybe one go, maybe loads, I don't know. I might even end up giving up completely. Yeah, that's 150, not 125. Okay, so here we go. And that, I think, possibly just hoping now that it will fall down under its own weight over a branch. So there we go. So we've now got it. Looks to be about 10 metres up. So what I'm going to do now is just tie a pulley onto this rope. Lovely knots. Okay, that's good. And then when it goes over the tree limb, I want it to come and fall down and pull this blue rope. So I'm just going to also tape a weight onto it, just so that it will come down. So let's go. We're going to try and pull this up. Now, rather obviously, when that weight comes down, you don't really want to be standing under it. So you just got to be a bit careful. Might tangle, could take a bit of jigging to get through. Yeah, okay, it's not really very keen. There we go, we're over. There we go. So we're pulling it down. Brilliant. So we now have a pulley attached to the line. First thing I need to do is take the Kevlar line off, the shooting line. So I'm just going to feed the line through the pulley, and this is what we're going to use to hoist the balloon up now. So I'll tie that off so we don't lose it. And now all we need to do is winch that pulley back to the top. So the pulley's in a good place. So just going to tie off the weather balloon. And what I can do now is I can lower this down tonight when it gets dark and then turn the torch on, because I've got about 3 or 4 hours battery in this torch, something like that. So I don't want to turn it on now. But it allows me to get everything set for when it is ready. Now the other problem we've got, if we just have a look up there, Lil, is we've got some branches in the way. I don't really want to drag this balloon through those branches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a steering line on it. So again, at night time you're never going to see this thin Kevlar line, but it's going to allow me to pull the balloon out and away from the branches as I pull it up. So there we are. The weather balloon is now up in the tree. So basically it's going to be illuminated now at night time. It's going to look like a moon up in the tree. It's going to look awesome. And so as people come in the back of the house, there's going to be that. There's going to be like medieval flame torches, and coming over the bridge here, it's just going to look fantastic. So we'll just get a late night little bit of video when it's showing just like a big glowing moon in the tree. It's going to look awesome. So thank you very much, and I'm off to get ready for my party.